Do you know these things about Sung Jin? The backstory you never knew. You know Sung Jin as the strongest hunter, the shadow monarch, the one-man army. But let me ask you something. Do you know why he stopped smiling before he became powerful? Do you know what broke him long before monsters ever could? Do you know what he truly lost to become the man the world praises? Because what if I told you Sung Jin story isn't about strength, it's about sacrifice. This is not just his backstory. This is the part you were never told. This is the truth behind the shadow. 1. The Son of Silence. Before the world knew dungeons, Sung Jin was just a quiet boy from a struggling family. His father, Sung was a hunter who mysteriously vanished on a raid. His mother, suffering from eternal slumber, fell into a coma shortly after. His younger sister, Jin looked up to him for strength, but he barely had any left to give. He was a teenager playing the role of a father, a nurse, and a protector. His childhood was over before it began. 2. A world turned upside down. Then, the gates opened. Suddenly, the world changed. Magic, monsters, and ranks replaced normal life. And Jin he awakened as a hunter, the weakest hunter alive. While others celebrated their new powers, Jin had to beg to join raid teams, just to buy instant noodles for his sister. No applause, no hope, just the weight of 2 lives on his back. This is the side of him the world never noticed. 1. The Double Dungeon. The turning point came during a raid in a supposedly safe dungeon. It was a trap, a double-layered dungeon where even experienced hunters were massacred by rare stone statues with godlike powers. Jin sacrificed himself to let others escape, but instead of dying, he woke up. A blue screen hovered before him. You have been selected as the player of the system. What was this system? Who built it? Why him? It wasn't luck. It was design. 2. The true purpose of the system. Unlike others, Jin could now level up by fighting, training, and completing quests. He was literally evolving, turning from the weakest into a monster slayer overnight. But here's what most don't know. The system wasn't there to help him. It was preparing him to inherit a mantle, a throne. The throne of the Shadow Monarch. Every kill, every quest, every nightmare, they weren't achievements. They were not tests. 1. The Rise of the Shadow Monarch. Jin gained a unique power, shadow extraction. He could bring the dead back as loyal shadows. He resurrected Iron, his fallen comrade. He brought back Igris, the knight of the castle dungeon. He turned Baru, an ant monster that once killed humans, into a servant. With each victory, his power grew and did the darkness inside. He no longer needed a team. He was Kron, an army alone. But with this power came fear. Not fear from Jin but fear of him. Is he still human? Some whispered. The boy who was once ignored was now avoided. Turn on our 2. Losing what matters. Power gave him safety, but took away his normalcy. He couldn't go to school like his sister. He couldn't date freely or laugh openly. His best moments were spent in silence, watching the world from a distance. Even his moments with Cha Hai-in, the woman who loved him, were marked by battles and blood. Power protected everyone, except him. 1. The Rulers versus Monarchs. Here's what most fans miss. The system wasn't created by gods. It was built by rulers. Celestial beings fighting a war against the monarchs, who wanted to destroy humanity. Jinwoo wasn't chosen randomly. He was meant to replace Ashborn, the Shadow Monarch, a being of death itself. That's why he was weak. That's why he suffered. Because only those who truly understood loss could wield true power without losing their soul. He wasn't becoming a hero. He was becoming a god, forged in fire. Tonakuri 2. His father's secret. And what about his father? Sung Il-hwan returns, but he's no ordinary man. He was sent back to Earth as a vessel for the rulers, tasked to stop Jinwoo if he became a threat. Father against son, blood against fate, and in the end, Jinwoo had to kill him. The boy who wanted his family back lost it all again. 1. The Final War. The monarchs invade Earth, armies clash, cities fall, and Jinwoo stands alone. The Shadow Monarch is no longer just a title. He is the wall between annihilation and existence. He fights until death, and then, again. He rewinds time using the power of the Cup of Reincarnation, but there's a cost. Truckers 2, the Forgotten Savior. He saves the world. No more monarchs, no more war, but no one remembers him. Jinwoo resets time. All tragedies are erased, except from his memory. He lives peacefully with his mother, sister, and Cha Hyen. But every night, in his heart, he remembers the betrayals, the blood, the isolation, the pain. He is the only one carrying the weight of more than 2 timelines. The world thinks it's safe because nothing happened, but it's only safe because he happened. So now you know, Sung Jin wasn't just a character who got strong. He was a son who lost both parents twice, a brother who had to lie to protect, a man who became a god but gave up his throne, a savior who chose oblivion over glory. Do you know these things about Sung Jin? Now you do, and now you understand. Strength doesn't come from winning, it comes from what you're willing to lose. If this video gave you chills and opened your eyes to the pain behind the power, hit that like button. Subscribe for more anime truths. Comment below. Would you carry the pain if it meant saving the world? Until next time, stay strong, stay human, and never forget, the quiet ones often carry the loudest battles.